A crow in a cage will go insane. It will pluck out its own feathers. It will rock back and forth. It will stare at nothing. A human in a cage will write a novel, or invent a religion, or start a revolution. That difference is one of the strangest things in all of biology. Boredom feels trivial. It feels like a minor inconvenience, the thing you feel waiting for a bus. But scientists who study it call it one of the most powerful forces in human history. Dr. Sandi Mann at the University of Central Lancashire has spent over 2 decades researching boredom. Her conclusion is not what you'd expect. Boredom isn't emptiness. It's pressure. Every animal on Earth has a threat response: fear, hunger, pain. These are ancient signals. They kept organisms alive for hundreds of millions of years. But somewhere around 70,000 years ago, humans developed something new. A signal that fires not when the world is too dangerous, but when it is not interesting enough. What is boredom, exactly? Neuroscientists define it as a state of low arousal combined with high desire for stimulation. Your brain is not switched off. It is running at full speed, with nowhere to go. The default mode network, the part of your brain active when you're doing nothing, is actually one of the most energy-hungry systems in the entire brain. When you're bored, that network lights up like a city at night. Here's the uncomfortable part. No other animal experiences this the way we do. Rats in bear cages show stress. Primates in captivity show depression. But researchers distinguish these from boredom specifically because those animals stop searching. They shut down. Humans don't shut down. Humans start building things. Around 40,000 years ago, something extraordinary happened. It is called the Great Leap Forward. In a geological blink, humans began carving figurines, painting cave walls, making musical instruments. Not for survival, not for food or shelter. For no practical reason at all. Dr. Judy DeLoach at the University of Virginia argued that this explosion wasn't just creativity. It was restlessness made physical. A brain that could not tolerate stillness, forced to make something from nothing. What does boredom feel like inside a brain? Neuroimaging studies show that bored subjects show elevated activity in regions linked to future planning and self-referential thought. You are not blanking out. You are rehearsing. Your brain uses boredom as a forcing function to push the organism to find something new, explore something unknown, solve something unsolved. This is why solitary confinement is considered torture. Not because it is physically painful, but because it removes the stimulation a human brain biologically requires. Prisoners in isolation report that the mind begins to generate its own reality. Hallucinations. Voices. Invented companions. The brain will manufacture a world rather than accept emptiness. No crow does that. No chimpanzee does that. Only us. The leading theory is that boredom co-evolved with imagination. To be bored, you must be able to conceive of something better than what is in front of you. Dr. Peter Toohey at the University of Calgary calls it the price of imagination. You cannot have one without the other. Think about everything humans built because they could not sit still. The printing press, every symphony ever written, every war ever started. Alexander the Great wept when he ran out of worlds to conquer. Not because he was sad, because he was bored. Boredom is the single most underrated engine in human civilization, and we are the only species on Earth who pays this price. That crow will eventually go silent. It will accept. But you will never fully accept. Something in you will always be reaching for what comes next. That restlessness is not a flaw. It is the thing that makes you human. And it is why only one species ever looked up at the night sky and thought, I need to know what's out there.